right now. So it has the potential to start here, and we are going live, folks. This is our second map in this upper bracket best of three. The loser of this match, of this best of three, will be moving on down to the lower bracket to face off against Elevate, which will be our last match of the evening, I believe. So regardless, we are into it right now. Froyotech versus Street Hoops Esports, as they are trying to keep themselves into this here. Street Hoops is. We will go ahead and join the teams here in for the first mid. And not too much happening as of yet. Clockwork's taking a good bit of damage from Ash underneath right now. Actually has basically 0 health left. Clockwork and Lansky have both gone down to Sizer and his scattergun here, as he's been doing work. Sizer eventually going down to Banny, though, who now is just walking straight across mid, but Deadbolt is ready for it with the sticks, and there's Paragon, takes down Shade. We'll give him his first death of the half here right away. Not going to make it wait until the second half this time on this map, so a good way to start it off there for 20B.
Yeah, absolutely no foreplay there for Shade. They just took him away right away. They should be able to get into 2 here very quickly. They've got uber advantage. Nobody's hiding in any of the usual gully wash spots. So they should get this pretty clean. They may try to climb. Ash is going to get taken out by Clockwork, but Paragon will avenge him immediately. Blaze trying to make life difficult for Ninja Nick. They're actually going to go through Tiny Door. I like this. It can create awkward situations, though, where they trap Tiny Door instead. But it looks like we're going to be okay. They're wasting a lot of time here. Level 3 sentry gun. They started setting it up the second that they could. Grape is on the point. He's going to get thrown around. He can't land on the lip, but he's still capping the point. They swing through, kill him. Shade and Clockwork are dead. Ninja Nick is still in here. Banny very hurt. Ash trying to get on the point. Lansky has almost no health.
Oh my
nobody
goodness!
Gets the kill, but Ninja Nick takes out Lansky. And let's see, Banny with 44 health. He didn't want to chase Nick, so we'll get a do-over.
Oh, so close. Once again, 20B just can't finish off these rounds. They went in with this full Uber ad, and they just couldn't find the frags that they needed to be able to get onto the point. They got lots of time onto it, but just couldn't quite finish it out once again, and that has been one of their big problems in this, and Paragon gets caught inside of lobby, but now Ash is up on the little spy man as he's going to go hunting down Shade inside of lobby right now. Ash is creeping his way around, may even go for a back cap, actually, as Banny is still keeping an eye on Last right now, but I think he might be able to bait, they might be able to bait Banny out of Last right now, but I think Banny, he might know a little bit better. He is up to something. He knows that there's something around, and he felt Ash out there, and Ash is just going to stand still. He's running into him. He's been spotted. He's found out. And good awareness there from Banny. Wasn't able to get that back cap opportunity that he was looking for. Both teams have this 100% Uber, though, and Banny manages to get his way outside of Shutter. Lansky's taking a lot of spam as he tries to get out as well, and it's just going to be spam fest here until one of these teams decides to pick up a frag, and Clockwork has gone down to Sizer, and the Uber has been forced out of Ninja Nick. Blaze was able to get that going, but then he falls to his death as he craters Banny and Blaze down. They only have 3 guys up right now. They could try and make a play in towards Last right now. Still 6-second spawns here, but they do have a full Uber to contest with, which is really the only problem at this point. Grape's going to get in, getting time onto the point. They start coming back for it, and the Uber's been popped, and Lansky's going to try and go under to find Sizer, but Paragon's still in on this last point here, eventually going down. So a 20B with another failed push there. Good effort. I mean, might as well go for it. But now Froyotech coming back out onto second.
Yeah, going in there and forcing Shade was the right play to make, but unfortunately nobody stayed with Nick through that. And so what should have been a sizable advantage is now in the range of 30, which is like good enough to push off of, but you have to be a little bit careful. And it also throws off Nick's count. So Nick maybe counted while he was off. Yeah, so they are going to come in here. Is anybody going to dip? No, it doesn't look like they're going to dip. Okay, great.
Oh my goodness! The huge sticky trap! Duatna getting a third one with the stickies as well! And a pipe on the Sizer! Duatna just going off here on this second point, destroying 20B. They're getting a drop with the sticks and then some pipes to boot, and that is huge momentum going for Froyotech here, moving forward. What an individual effort there from Duatna.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it was great. The reason I was so excited is because I said teams have actually started to trap the tiny door because so many people have started to use it. And lo and behold, dead combo dropped Uber.
Oh my goodness, man. What a chain of events. And here comes Froyotech. They're going to push on forward here. They had to use their Uber, and they're going to just come straight into last year. Clockwork's gone down, and Ninjanik is going to fall to a rocket from Lansky. So now Paragon was able to get Lansky, who was in there, and Banny will exchange with Grape as well. So 3 players left up for 20B right now, and Blaze wants to have something to say about it. Paragon got some meat shots into him, but couldn't quite convert on the frag, and a crossbow kill coming out onto Ash as well. So now it's going to be Froyotech. They hadn't actually capped that second point yet, but Ninjanik's back up. They're getting the heals out, and Shade is going to have about 20% advantage to work with on to 20B right now. So I would expect to see some kind of stalemate here, at least until Froyotech gets the Uber, but Sizer up on Sniper as well here, Marxist.
Yep, so we're going to have a little bit of an off-class smorgasbord here where we've got Grape and Sizer. Grape, he is a very good pyro, and he's demonstrated that several times, on occasion to me personally, with his various skills. So we'll see. The Uber is looking at coming in here now. Blaze is coming in with it. He's going to get kicked out of town, and Clockwork actually tries to sneak up through water, or well, what used to have water, and almost tries to cap the point on his own. Clockwork and Blaze both down. We've got people on fire up in the sides, and now they're trying to get through. Grape looks like no. He thinks better of going out there with Pyro in the lead, but he's staying Pyro, so we'll see what he can do.
They're getting ready to come out of Shutter here. Grape wants to make an entrance for them. He's going to be just air blasting these rockets. Clockwork is down in the flank now, and he's going to just walk straight across, get onto Deadbolt. He's getting a lot of damage onto him. Finally takes him down. Sizer was able to get a couple of picks. Clockwork going straight in for last year. He's on the point. Paragon needs to find this frag here. He does block the point just in the nick of time, and Grape will be able to convert finally onto that frag, but they need to get second point here, and Shade was actually forced on his Uber out inside of lobby, and Grape is just going to deny this Uber here heavily. Shade's going to get trapped in and will go down here, exactly what 20B needed, but oh goodness, they came in through the back there, and wow, okay, I didn't even see him get in there. What?
Yeah, the entirety of 20B came into lobby to watch Grape troll Shade, and they got back capped.
Oh, not exactly what you're looking for there if you're a 20B fan, but still certainly in it. It was a close first round, very close. 20B giving Froyo a run for their money, so we'll see what happens here on this mid, as Paragon started it off by taking down Blaze with a scattergun. Froyo just getting bullied out of this mid here, really. They've been forced to go all the way back out towards Big Door there, and that'll be a pause coming through as well, but 20B is going to at least get this mid here. They bullied them out quite nicely, so good mid win there from 20B at least.
Yeah, we finished this first little bit here, and Froyo twice now has had some really questionable mids. Their first mid was the most questionable, and I think maybe that was them sort of feeling out 20B to see if that last match's 5-0 had defeated them mentally. And so they decided to do something wacky that they'd never really done a bunch before, or at all, ever, because it didn't make any sense. And they lost, so they decided to play more standard. They got a win, and then this time it just didn't work out. Looks like we had a player crash, I assume. That first little unpause is a courtesy unpause, because the player can't get in the game when it's fully paused out, so we are back in business.
Yes, indeed we are, and they're going to send Grape right on ahead here in towards second, and Ash has fallen in towards the flank. I think they actually have a Clockwork in behind them right now. They need to be careful of, but the scouts are going to gang up on him, and Grape getting blasted up there into the sky, and the Uber's been forced out of Ninja Nick, and the counter pop is going to come out from Shade as well as they try to extend forward here and find the frags. But Sizer doing a good job of at least delaying so they couldn't move too far forward, at least with that Uber. But regardless, they're still going to have some room to work here, as Froyo just pushing straight across this mid right now. Ash has gone down, Deadbolt is out of there, Ninja Nick as well. And that is a big return there from Froyo as they come through. Paragon is going sneaky, though. Bandy found him. Paragon did get the frag onto him at least, but now at least he has been spotted out here. But Froyo should be able to pick up on this second point.
Yeah, we're going to see Paragon play a little. No, he's not even going to play at all. He's just going to get blasted by Clockwork, and he says, see you later, son. And the push now from 4G coming in through the flank. Let's see. No tiny door trap, I don't think. No, there isn't any. So they do have a scout duck in. They're going in behind them in full. They're going to try to just wipe out Nick here again, and that's what they're going to do. We have a soldier capping second. And no heals at all for 20B.
So now it's going to be three players down actually for 20B, and they have Banny in there as well trying to take care of a couple more. Lansky's going to make a jump towards the point here, gets a good rocket off on a Deadbolt, and he's very hurt right now. Deadbolt is trying to take some heals, but Lansky is there. He's going to blast Ninja Nick as well. This should be a round win here for Froyotech as they'll be able to cap this point up, and that will be 2-0 for Froyo here, and still relatively close games, but 20B just can't seem to break through them.
Yeah, that last game, they went into 2. They should have known or were aware that 4G had Uber, and they popped too early, and that baited their whole team into Shade, and then they popped Uber and got 2 kills, and then they couldn't recover on 20B. So now we have another mid.
Oh, goodness. What a shot there from Grape. Managed to kiss Blaze as they were going straight over top of mid there and got a good shot onto him, but was unable to find the frag onto Blaze, but still a fun one to see. Ash is the first to go down here. Deadbolt going down as well, which is going to be one of those signs for 20B to start backing up, and Grape wants him to get out of here, and oh no, Ninja Nick's still trying to get in there to save some of his teammates, at least Paragon, but it's not going to happen, and Ninja Nick really needs to get himself out of here along with Grape. Luckily for them, nobody from Froyo really chasing here, so they will have opportunity to get out. Both teams going to have a full Uber to engage into the second point fight with here. All the spawns back up just about for 20B as well, so we should see a pretty even fight here as they start to come on in. Ash gets blasted and he's going to go down. Deadbolt landed a nice pipe on Alansky, but that'll be one player down a piece. The Ubers get popped off here onto second as well, and Ninja Nick knows thinks they're at some sort of a disadvantage here, so he's going to back himself off. They certainly have some positional advantage at this point. Big rocket from Blaze, bombing in, taking down Sizer as well. Clockwork will pick up onto Paragon. Blaze was the only one to go down there from Froyotech, and once again, they are going to have some big advantage to be able to push into last with here. If they even decide to just come straight on through, which I'd imagine they may do, as Bandy picks up onto a frag on Grape, and now they're just going to take heals and move on forward. Grape and Ash are still down, and they have some pretty long spawn times. Clockwork coming up from behind and gets the cap as he came in through water. He was on a 5K, and that'll be yet another round and a half there for Froyotech as they take it 3-0.
Yeah, that was a feeding frenzy out there on the second. It's just everybody bombing around all crazy. All sorts of things were happening. So, yeah, we're seeing sort of our common theme with, the people we believe in. If you're one of those types for Street Hoops, they are very close to being able to do this. And it's just not happening for them. Their mid fights are doing pretty well, too. And winning mid is half the battle, everybody.
Certainly is, and as you said, they're just so close, but 20B just can't seem to find that one thing that they need to do to get around on to Froyotech here. Just that one thing that they need to do, but they're going to have to start working now on this second half, where they're going to be headed into the loser's bracket. Grape getting blasted all over the place, was able to go in combination there to take down Blaze with Ash, but Bandy eventually getting the better of Grape, and here we go, 20B doing some work on this mid here. Only Lansky is up, Shade goes down, and Deadbolt and Paragon were doing work there. Paragon got a 3K on that mid, so now they're going to push straight into second here, and this is a round that 20B desperately needs. They cannot mess up here. They need the momentum. They need the round to get themselves back into this game, and this is the opportunity for it right here.
Yeah, Nick wants to go. Grape finds the hiding Blaze on the crates, and he's dead. This is the best time you're ever going to get to go. So they're going to go probably with a standard push. Usually when a team is rushing, they're going to come out of Riverside. But they are going to do it. It looks like maybe they're having a little bit of indecision, and indecision might cost them. Okay, here we go. So they end up doing what everybody does anyways. Here we are. So there's the sentry gun. Got to get rid of that. There it goes. It's gone. There's a pyro messing with the Uber here, but that's okay.
Oh my.
Deadbolt's going to go down. It's hard to win when you lose Deadbolt, but there is no Duatna, so, I mean, that's a positive.
They still have 2 soldiers in here. Grape is very hurt for health. Lansky is all the way back. He's quite hurt as well, but it looks like Blaze going to come across, take down Grape there. Ash went down as well, and 20B still cannot find the formula to get in and take this into last. And I honestly think that hesitation there, Marxist, just killed him.
Yeah, if you give Froyo time to get where they're supposed to stand when they defend these points, it's hard. Paragon gonna kill Duatna though,
wow.
And nothing impacts your ability to defend yourself like a dead demo, man.
Paragon definitely making his sniper skills known here on this, as both the soldiers from Froyo though getting very aggressive into mid. Paragon goes down to Lansky, and Grape is getting chased by Blaze right now. They're having an equalizer battle, and Grape comes out on top of it, and he says PZ in chat to boot. And I mean, not that it means a whole lot, but that's just a nice small victory that you like to take when you can get them. But the Uber gets popped off here from Froyotech. It doesn't matter, regardless of the equalizer battle. Looks like Froyotech will come out on top of this here, though. Grape has an opportunity to get in onto Shade right now, who is very hurt. Goes down, drop down to keep himself alive. He is so close to dying. Sizer's gonna see him right there. Take down Shade. Exactly what they needed. Blaze managed to pick up on a few frags before Deadbolt got in to finish him off there. So, wow, 20B. I was worried for him there for a second, but they got that big pick on the Shade, which is really going to help them here.
Yeah, Sizer was, I don't know what he was doing back there.
Yeah.
But he arrived back there at the absolute perfect moment, so that's nice. Oh, Ash trying to use some of Jaeger's tip spots, but he's going to get seen when he doesn't quite land the jump. Grape's looking at Choke. They do have a slight Uber advantage. We got Blaze in your another Jaeger tip spot, probably. And I think we're probably going to just see a standard stalemate here. They're just setting up. It looks like Grape has gone in, but Clockwork is going to go down in the flank. Old style rotation play there from 20B. Grape's going to come down. Yeah, there he goes. He's not going to be in the spot anymore. It looks like they might be leading with Deadbolt. They're trying to get another kill here, or maybe bait someone forward. Grape's not moving over at Choke, so, and now Nick is going to rotate, or not.
Would you like to see them work off of the... Oh, there they go. They get Clockwork again. Deadbolt baits him hook, line, and sinker right into that trap, and will take him down with the sticks. But would you like to see them move off a Clockwork pick through the flank, or is that just not enough to push out here? But, oh, excuse me, we'll worry about that here in just a bit, as it looks like 20B's actually just coming straight in here. Blaze is behind, though. They need to be careful. Both Ubers do get popped off, though, so at least Ninja Nick won't fall there to the sneaky plays of Blaze here, but not too many frags coming out other than Sizer going down, and 4G actually getting pushed back through their own choke right here, so 20B is going to get on to the point here. Blaze bombing back in once again. Lansky's going to go in for something as well, but goes down. But Bandy cleaning up on damage left and right here, picking up 2. But Deadbolt manages to find 2 more frags with his stickies, and he's been doing wicked stuff here on this half so far, Deadbolt has.
Also, there was a medic fight, Pan versus Saw. Both medics failed to hit each other, and Shade killed himself in response. He just said, nah, the ignominy is too great. I'm embarrassed, so I'll kill myself. So, Uber advantage, though, for 20B.
Yeah, no, they've got that ad, and I mean, I'm really sad I missed the medic fight. That would have been fun to see, but oh well. We got big ad from 20B here. They absolutely need to get a round here. They need to use this full ad that they have. Lansky is down too, so no point in delaying any further. They're going to send Sizer straight in to try and take care of Clockwork, who is up on that pyro, and he goes down. So now they're pushing forward. They get the sentry gun. Clockwork down. Blaze down as well. There's 3 players down for Froyotech right now, but still 20B can't get anything in towards this point yet. Finally getting the time down onto the point and getting the cap. And there it is. 20B getting something going here, getting a round on the board, and it will be 3-1 still in favor of Froyotech.
Now, this is when momentum might shift a little bit, Gecks, because 20B has been doing really well at mid. And Ninja Nick, even when they lose, hasn't been dying. So we'll see what happens. Deadbolt gonna die right away, though. That's not what you want to see right at the start of your mid. So this may be the first bad one that we get out of 20B. Maybe they awoke the sleeping dragon, and I think Nick is gonna die here too. Medic fight incoming. He's gonna die to Shade.
Oh man, so close though. Sizer's in on to Shade, and he gets that frag, which is well needed from them. That'll at least delay the push there out of Froyotech, equalize those Ubers out just a little bit. So, you know, they got Ninja Nick, Shade did, but they managed to come back out with a big frag there. 20B's going to have some room to get back into mid here as well. It's only Clockwork who's currently in on mid, but he's going to go run back towards the flank side to meet up with his teammates. So 20B's in now on this mid. They're going to get some time onto this cap, and Ash will just bomb in, get some damage out towards Choke, and Clockwork is in right now, who's very hurt, and he will get caught out inside of the mid, but it looks like Froyotech maybe wants to have something to say about this. They are down Clockwork at the time being. They were peeking Choke, poking on through, but it looks like they will back themselves up. But 20B in the process is going to be moving towards this flank side here. They sent a few of them through the small shutter here, and Deadbolt is quite hurt though, so they need to be careful. Sizer and Paragon are going to start moving in here. Grape got up top and took down Lansky as well, who was up towards that riverside. So now, oh, they're bombing straight across onto Shade. He saw the bomb commencing, and he had to pop off his Uber. And now the counter pop is going to come through as well, though Ash gets completely caught out by the scouts there, who blasted him off to the side as he was trying to jump back. Deadbolt getting caught out as well. Paragon's working on a 3K though, taking down Clockwork. Can he land the frag on a Shade as well? Paragon taking down Shade as well, getting 5 frags there throughout the last exchange on his life, and that is big stuff once again from Paragon to come on through there, get these frags that they desperately need. Ninja Nick is going to have some pretty big ad here if they can keep him alive, but Froyotech wants to get right back into this mid though, regardless of the players that they've lost. But Rocket's coming through from Grape straight onto Lansky in through Choke, and will take care of him there. So 20B is feeling the heat right now, and they are going to get back into it, and especially Paragon, who has just been a monster here on the second half.
The real tragedy there was 20B allowed 4G to cap the point, and that gave Shade a forward spawn. Otherwise he would have had to walk quite a ways. But instead he pops out right there with the team, because they were on second. So we're capping this. It looks like we're getting down in here. Grape already on the move, but Ash is going to die. You always get worried in these situations that someone's going to come out and stop you, but the Uber is going to go in right away. They did not have time to set up, so that is a good little play there. Shade and Duwatna are down. Ninja Nick dancing around right in front of Clockwork, who's going to die. Sizer going big here along with his buddy Paragon. Sizer's got 3.
Oh, he's
and
an
there
animal.
It goes.
Oh, there it is. 20B coming straight back in with another round. Sizer getting 3 frags on that last with his scatter gun. Another round here to 20B. They are starting to heat up right now, and at the perfect time, as it is now a 3-2 game. Froyotech still in the lead here, but 20B is certainly working on some sort of a comeback here. Hopefully we didn't just initiate the caster's curse, but Blaze going in for a bomb right away was able to get Ninja Nick right off the start of this mid, which is a crucial pick there. Once again, Blaze going back and doing Blaze things, and for some reason nobody called out that he was in choke, and Deadbolt just walked straight in front of him to die, and 4G responding with a big mid right there after losing that last round.
Yeah, Blaze just got onto Ninja Nick right away, and 20B sort of scattered because Shade was very, very, very hurt. I think he had like 8 health, and he ended up back in choke and just stayed back there. Now there's actually a little bit of fighting on last, some spam from yours truly, Duwatna.
So now 20B trying to set up here. They need a big last defense. They don't want all that momentum that they just built up to go to waste here by Froyotech picking up on around, but it's going to be tough. They do have a pyro up as well as a sentry who's going to start blasting people away, though it does manage to fall eventually, and Banny just standing on the point, nobody there to contest it. 20B lost all of their players, and another round coming right back to Froyotech here. It's going to be 4-2.
Yeah, they're still in this. You make mistakes on mid. They just need to make sure that Ninja Nick's a little bit better defended against that play from Blaze. So here we go. They're going lower right. I'll take this one from you, Gecks.
Go for it.
They got scouts on the point. That's one of my favorite ways to do this. Grape is going on the right. Deadbolt's Rolio is going to get Blaze, though, and Ash says, I am lord of this high place, but then he gets jumped and killed by Lansky. Duwana's going to die. Lansky's going to die over at Choke. Carnage all over the place, but Banny is going to leave, and that will seed yet another mid to 20B.
Deadbolt did a really good job on that mid too. Shade was towards the Choke side, and Deadbolt came up that right side and just completely shut down Shade. He wasn't able to get any heals out to his team throughout that whole mid. He was just sitting there back in Choke by himself because Deadbolt completely shut him out. Then Ninja Nick got all the heals out to the team and, you know, did what they needed to do, had that heal advantage, and now they're on second, and they're going to start working their way in here. They're 2 players down. You know, would you like to see him move quick here, Marxist, or wait for Ash to get... Well, it looks like they're going to wait for Ash because he's up on Sniper.
And as if you were all watching the earlier Getaway cast, we discovered that Ash is the best sniper in ESEA Invite as of last season by kills. So Paragon actually going to die.
Oh.
Ash is going to die too. Don't really want that to happen as part of your sniper suicide. So we got big bombs coming out here. No Ubers are popped yet. It would be in the favor of Grape to block this. He's got to try and get Shade to pop. He says, Grape, I've been farming since before you picked up a mouse. And then Grape does die, but they're okay here at mid because Grape's got a 5-second respawn. He can be here in maybe 8 or 9 seconds if they can hold this ground.
So a couple frags going down onto the point there. Lansky and Blaze both falling to the scout duo of 20B, and Froyotech's on the point right now, and there's not too much pressure forward. Now the sticks are starting to come through. If they're not careful, they're going to get blasted inside of that Choke there, but Sizer will take down Banny, and that should open up plenty of room here. Big stick coming across the mid, taking down Duatna. Sizer coming through on his 4K on this life to get Shade as well, and that'll be, once again, what 20B certainly needs at this point in the game. They are down 4-2. Blaze coming through on a huge bomb, though, and forces that Uber out of Ninja Nick, and what a great play from him. Sizer picks up on yet another frag there, so that will make it so we're at least here back to pretty much even Ubers across the board here, thanks to a great play from Blaze, but Shade still hasn't started healing yet, really. Now finally meeting up with his teammates, but 20B will have a little bit of advantage here, about 20% or so. 4G trying to work their way in from this big door side, but it doesn't really seem like they can get too much of a lane. No, Lansky's going to come around, start blasting some rockets in towards Grape, and it's kind of a standoff right now. They're staring each other down, but Banny and Lansky are both going to get fragged out here, so Froyotech's going to have to back themselves up here. Ninja Nick still has a bit of ad if they could catch Froyotech possibly in lobby or something like that, but Sizer goes down to Clockwork, who's on the flank right now, but he's going to go meet up with his team in lobby, so should be seeing a push come in here very, very shortly from 20B.
Yeah, they got to be careful about that doorway. Okay, so they had a scout try to flank them. Pipes up this hallway have been the death of many a great push. They're not going to be able to use their Uber here. Sizer is going to try out the Sniper Man. They'll probably be bringing him in. So Blaze is in behind, though, and not going to get the force. Ninja Nick having nerves of steel right now, not getting scared by even roamers that he doesn't see. And we'll see. There's a little bit of fighting down below. Clockwork running around. Going to get picked out by Ash. Not before he kills Paragon, though. But now they're 2 down. I mean, this may not end up with a better situation than this, but they're all backed out on second, so not in push mode.
Yeah, not quite, but man, I'll tell you, 20B they called a break there with that bomb coming in through from Blaze, because once again they weren't watching one of these holes. That shutter was completely open for Blaze to have a lane to get on in towards 20B with, and he did get in, just couldn't quite convert on the frag, so they did catch a break there. But now Clockwork's just going to come flying in off a balcony, take down Sizer, and Banny's going to come in there and try and support as well, and they just take lobby back with a snap of a finger, and now Sizer's down, and 20B's going to have to back themselves up. They don't have that sniper power, that presence to possibly deter Froyotech, but they're just pushing straight on through here, and I imagine Ninja Nick is going to get forced here momentarily, yes, and he drops Grape in the process. And now they just try and send Paragon on forward, who does take down Duatna. Got some good shots off onto Shade and almost dropped him with the scatter gun, but couldn't quite get the drop on him, but at least got a force, though. And now they're going in for Laser. 20B on it. Oh, Sizer almost had it, but Shade got the arrow into him to save the point, and almost a hero play there from Sizer. And now it's 20B trying to get right back at it here, but Froyotech's going to be out on this second point to grab it on up and continue their push on forward.
Here we go, Grape coming around. He's got the mid right in front of him. He surfs out, he jumps against the wall and makes it through. Nice rockets from Grape, but it just wasn't enough to get Shade. He surfed over on that wall. Wasn't even expecting that, I guess, and it turned out. So, neat little exchange from 20B. Sizer was almost the man of the match and would have tied this thing at 3-3, but it didn't happen. Shade with slight Uber advantage. 4G making its way onto 2 here, or mid rather. 20B kind of just content to let them do that, which is unfortunate because they've got the spawn advantage here, but they're just going to let it go. They're going to back on up. They're 2 down. Little too much heat for them, I guess.
And Shade's going to have a full Uber now, as well as Ninja Nick, and Froyo going for a flank side push here as they've got their whole combo sitting down in there. Lansky and Duatna trying to move forward. Lansky doing a quick jump forward. They still haven't popped their Uber off yet. Finally, Ninja Nick will go ahead and use that as Deadbolt's going for some frags over on the players up towards Choke, and Ash will make a jump towards Lansky here, but Grape takes down Ninja Nick, or excuse me, Shade. Grape takes down Shade with a rocket, so now getting set up is 20B, and now maybe they will have some room to get going here as they're going to have some pretty big advantage. They should pick up this midpoint and be able to take second, potentially with some ease here. We'll see how quickly they can get on through here. They haven't really gotten into mid yet, so they may have to wait on it, but they will at least have some advantage to push into second with here. 20B will, so far pretty good scenario, but they do have to be careful. Banny is playing sniper inside of that forward spawn. He could get a pick, gets a huge one onto Paragon as he comes out from Choke there, and just a great shot as now they're waiting. 20B as they want to make some sort of a push, but they know there's that threat from Banny at the forward spawn, so they can't do too much, and Ash goes down as well. The 20B down 2 players once again, and they're going to have to look at getting out here shortly, but they do have this Uber advantage still that they could defend this midpoint with. They're still down 2 players though, and they've got some wait time on those spawns there. Blaze is going to be coming in, still hasn't landed a rocket into Ninja Nick yet, and Grape will be there to defend him. Could have been an easy force, but somehow Blaze missed all of his shots and then eventually goes down to Deadbolt. So both teams with the 100% Uber, but 4G 2 players down here, and they're going to bully them out of this point, and he gets a body shot into Deadbolt. Duatna takes down Ash, and it is just non-stop mayhem here. The Ubers getting popped off from both sides, both teams here, and they're just going to go at it inside of lobby for the time being, but 20B down 3 players, 4G down 2. Maybe we'll see a break in the action here for a second just as Clockwork goes down, but these guys do not want to give up here. As finally 20B, Grape is hurt. They're going to have to back off some, take the heals, finally reset it out here. I can't breathe. Marxist, say something, buddy.
So this push in here is going to be tough. Clockwork is coming back up. Sizer will be here in about 9 seconds. Grape is down on the ground trying to get kills. Ash follows around. Not the greatest bomb out of Ash there. We're going to lose Paragon to throw this mid away is 20B, but Ninja Nick may be threatened. Lansky is going to let him go, so they will cap this point out. They trade a few. Deadbolt gonna kill Clockwork there at the end somehow, and the pipes are already being spammed, but Sizer ends up getting back spawned, and we're gonna have a tough time defending 2 out here. They get the goalie wash spot, jump off. Ninja Nick, Deadbolt is down. This Uber isn't really worth it. You could try to block the point if they commit their combo. Otherwise, it's a mistake. Their combo's on the point. Okay. So this is a good decision now. You could use the Uber now, but you have to force theirs.
And Clockwork got in through the flank once again. Nobody there to watch it. Everybody focused on the choke side. Ash goes down. That's 2 players down for 20B right now. Ninja Nick has managed to make himself out of there. The Ubers are going to be even, but we should see a push here possibly. Actually, 20B is up into mid right now, and I believe that's Paragon, who's all the way inside of mid, and that's going to at least be a distraction play. He may be even able to get... Oh, came so close to getting that midpoint there. Clockwork eventually finished him off, but at least a good distraction play to buy 20B some time here as they were in on their last. Sizer's going to go down. They're actually getting wrecked here inside of lobby. Deadbolt could go down here in just a second. He's going to have to go off and fend for himself here. He's dealing with Duatna, who's up in the upper part of lobby here. Deadbolt's got to go down here in a second, which he does to Clockwork. So now it's 20B trying to hold off this Froyotech squad as Blaze is going to be coming straight on into the point here. Sizer needs to make the big defense, but he can't. And that will be the cap and the game for Froyotech, taking a 5-2. Overall in that game, they're winning it out in 2 maps, 5-0 first on Process, and then 5-2 on Gully Wash here. And once again, Marxist, just like in the Process game, it was 5-2, but it was played like it was a 5-4 game.
Yeah, it was close throughout. In that last round, I can't really blame them for that. They had Paragon, I believe it was Paragon, nearly cap out mid in a back cap, and they sent Ash out the tiny door and on a deep reconnaissance mission to mid to finish that mid back cap, which would have completely changed everything.
Yeah.
And that meant also that he had a one-time cap on the point, and there was a whole bunch of people in there last, and he could have been useful there. And unfortunately, he didn't get mid before his whole team was killed. So, but I can understand taking that risk. I won't begrudge 20B that, because that would have been amazing.
Yeah, you know what they say, scared money don't make money, so, might as well go for it. Why not? But in the end, it didn't work out for him. As you can see the stats on your screen, though, Paragon was making plays all game, man, and you can see it right there on the stat sheet. 38 frags with 299 DPM, getting 3 med picks as well. So Paragon really shining there on that gully game there, and if he can keep that going into Elevate, the next Elevate game here, that'll certainly do them good. As you can also see, Banny was up there as well, 338 DPM, 35 frags. Lansky also getting some heavy DPM, 35 frags, and just 5 med picks out of Lansky as well. So overall, of course, another solid round overall from Froyotech. I mean, you can't really expect much less from them, but what do you make of these stats here, Marxist?
Yeah, Paragon went pretty big. We can do that. We initially, when we were talking about what to cover, we were going to talk about Deadbolt. Deadbolt had a good game, like 300 DPM on demo as it stands now, isn't bad. And but he did get killed a lot more now in this game. Also, I should point out, Shade died 2 less times than Ninja Nick, which is incredibly rare for a 5-2 game.
Yeah.
You usually don't see that. The 20B guys are getting to Shade, and they are messing up his pots and pans.
Yeah, certainly. And, that in comparison to how it was last game, where it was 21 deaths for Ninja Nick to the 5 of Shade. I mean, that was much better from 20B, at least in on that match there. So 20B started to get it going a little bit more on that second map, but still Froyotech, the mighty Froyotech, just a little bit too strong for 20B in the end there. So that is going to send Froyotech into our grand finals, which will be taking place tomorrow. And now that is just going to leave it up to Street Hoops and Elevate, who are going to have to duke it out in this lower bracket to try and land their spot into the championship round tomorrow. So that match should be coming up here soon, guys, and I'm not sure exactly how soon that's going to be, if there's going to be any sort of a break here soon or anything, but we're going to go ahead, throw it over to some ads here quick, guys, and we will be back hopefully shortly with your coverage of the lower bracket finals. Don't go anywhere, guys. We will see you all soon.